Mark, just give me a little bit about your background and your involvement with Bathgate Group.
Yeah, I'm the Group Chief Executive of the Bathgate Group, which comprises five companies, diverse companies, broadly associated with the being a supplier to the construction industry.
So quite a challenging sector at the moment.
Yeah, it is. Interesting portfolio of businesses there. We sell into a number of industries. For instance, we sell into the foundries, we sell into insulation, we sell into adhesives and special construction mortars, and we do a lot on the sports front, in particular football pitches and golf courses.
Okay. And some of these challenges, I would imagine, are ones that are new challenges as opposed to old ones. So just talk a little bit about how you got involved with Ian and what happened with his.
Well, what I tried to do in the organisation, like most good chief executives, is to get a programme of continuous improvement. And what I needed was somebody who got background in a number of industries and understood the motivational aspects of leadership within an organisation. And that's where, knowing Ian's background, that's where he came into play.
Okay. So you'd known him from previous work that you'd been
No,
doing with
that's
him, or?
not correct actually. He came recommended to me, and I was looking for somebody of that ilk, and he came recommended to me. So, like you do, you put your feet in the water, and we gave him a trial, and it's worked very well.
Okay. When you actually asked him to come in, what were your reticences? What were your reservations about doing that?
Well, I didn't have any reservations. Obviously, he was a new guy and we'd not worked with him before, but the underlying concept I was quite happy with.
Right.
However, when you're introducing it, particularly into a senior management team, people do come in with a little bit of trepidation. What is this guy going to do? But the feedback that we've had, once the initial barriers are broken down, because Ian will take a full day out, maybe 3/4 of a day, and do preparatory work. The trick is to relax the person that is being counselled, trained, if you will.
Yes.
And once that initial barrier is broken down and he has a cute way of doing it, then the particular individual opens up. And I would say in 100% of the occasions that we've used him, they have come out of it. The feedback has been, it's been a revealing and rewarding experience.
Brilliant. Okay. What sort of time scale was it from you saying to Ian, he's coming in and can you help, and the sort of changes and things that you've gone through?
It's progressive, to be perfectly honest. The individual manager has the experience, has the day with Ian, and they give feedback to me. I also get a written report on them. And it's only after, and this is the key with training and development, it's only after the experience that you need to work on the issues that come out. And I always get feedback. I also always get the written report, and I always ask the participant, what are the 3 key things that you've learned? And then I reinforce that message periodically. Are you going back, looking at what Ian says, and are you applying it in the workplace? And invariably they are. I can tell that they are, but I learn from it. And sometimes where I've not been quite sure about a particular individual, there have been instances where I've thought, oh, Ian's picked up on something there that I hadn't thought of.
Right.
And that's the benefit, not only to the participant, but also to me as the chief executive and the boss, if you will, in terms of somebody who's reporting direct to me, who has the experience with Ian.
Give me some examples of where that has then been taken through to like a business benefit, or areas where you think that there has been an enhancement of the profitability or a tangible benefit from the work that he has done with you?
There are some very simple things that he's been able to get over to individuals. I'll give you two examples. One is, and to me it's extremely important, is time management.
Three main.
Yeah, the three, I always ask each individual what the three main things are, and invariably time management comes up.
Right.
And to me, that's very close to my heart. I work under a lot of pressure. Time constraints are very difficult. And what you've got to do is set priorities. Forget about the minutiae and the details. You've got to delegate and organise your day, your week, your month, so that you deal with the major issues. That invariably comes back as a learning process through the dialogue with Ian. Another thing that comes out is people who don't listen, right, realise that they don't listen, right? And one of the key things in being an effective consultative manager is that you listen, formulate your ideas, and come to a consensus decision. And consultative management, and I'm not saying soft management, but consultative management comes out of that process. And Ian has brought that out in the dialogue that he's had with a number of people who've been on the programme with him.
Have you seen some significant changes between the way that your management team works and some ways that they work together better now?
Yes, they're more focused. They realise that they've got to produce results and they've got to present things in a clear and lucid way. And I think that's come out. I think also people are clearer in what their objectives are. And again, Ian has helped in that process.
And how does that translate to the bottom line?
Well, it translates in terms of the profitability of the businesses, and we've seen profit improvements in all the businesses to a greater or lesser extent over the last 3 or 4 years since we've seen Ian. It's not all attributable to Ian. He's been part of the process, part of the jigsaw, if you will, to help the managers who are the ones who actually achieve the results. But he's given them more confidence and trusting in their own judgment. And profits have improved. Also in terms of development work, where we're not so much into a commercial profitability mode in developing the product, we've been able to pick out the key issues there that we've had to address to try and get the products into the marketplace.
Brilliant, okay. Can you describe what Ian's style and approach is?
Yeah, that's an interesting one. He's quite incisive. He's got a good measure of people.
Ian's work, it's made a difference, okay, but can you describe, how that's fitted into the rest of the programme of changes that you've made? Because you've gone through quite a big change period, haven't you?
Yes, we have. I think there are benefits across the board at general manager level and also at junior management level. Take, for instance, on the commercial management side, a much more professional and focused approach to commercial management. Of course, that's where Ian's strengths are, and we would expect that. But in terms of specifics, conscious of the pricing decision and making sure that you have regular pricing reviews, annual pricing reviews, if you will, and selling the reasons for increasing product prices. And our commercial people are much more articulate in putting that message over to our clients and our customers.
Okay. Would you recommend Ian and his team for any other work for companies?
Companies outside the Bathgate Group?
Yes.
Yeah, certainly I would do.
What have you found most useful from working with Ian?
He brings a different perspective to the business. He brings an outside perspective. He has worked in a number of industries, And I always think it's good for people to go on training courses where they're meeting people from different industries, because invariably the feedback is they've all got similar problems, just in a different environment. And what Ian can do, he can bring that experience of other industries into our specific businesses.
Okay, that's fine. Anything that I haven't covered that perhaps you want to bring out yourself? So,
No, I think that's a broad appreciation. I think that the final message is one I just want to reinforce. I've got things specifically that have helped me to interact better with my general managers from Ian.
and that's borne out on the bottom line.
And that's borne out, absolutely right, on the bottom line.
Thank you very much.